MLB Commissioner Manfred has talked about the fact that there's a shortage of African American players. Why do you feel that's happened now?
A lot of factors. Some are economic. Fields are obviously necessary to play baseball games, and maintenance of fields can be costly. So in communities where there's not enough financial resources to maintain fields, it can be difficult for kids to play. Other factors are the game has globalized tremendously, especially in the last decade. As more Asian players and more Latin American players, just players internationally have come to play in the U.S. That obviously creates competition. Not only has African American participation declined, but actually participation by white players in the United States has declined as well. And you can look at the reduction in both groups, and that matches the increase in the percentage participation by Latin American players and Asian players. We're
seeing this across the board with leagues trying to attract fans at a younger age. Are the Orioles as an organization trying to do anything in that vein?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We always had kids run the bases days, but we'd have a handful of them and they'd be at different dates. Hard to communicate, hard to remember. So now we do kids run the bases every Sunday of the season. Easy to communicate, easy to remember. Back when I was a little kid, we had the Junior Orioles Dugout Club. That program is tremendously successful. Many thousands of kids and their families involved. I mean, that's a program that's been in the Orioles family for 40 years.
Do you think kind of having like a Field of Dreams mentality where it's like they'll come to us is maybe not the right approach?
You do tend to be a little bit kind of lean back as opposed to lean forward and think about they're going to come to us because we're consecrated in time and memorialized in tradition. I think the reports of baseball's sort of demographic issues are much, much exaggerated. Because of the low price point of baseball, when you go to a baseball game, what do you see? You see a lot of kids, a lot of families, and you see pretty good ethnic diversity. You don't see that as much at some of the higher price point sports leagues. Why not? Because as prices go up, typically the first thing that gets eliminated, unfortunately, is children. Everybody's looking for younger audience members and eyeballs, and that's sort of, if you're not looking for that, you're not protecting the business.